Hello, I run an eBay channel called Melchior7, and I've been getting some questions on whether or not the TurboGrafx system I have for sale right here works, and so this is going to be a video on proof of concept that this console functions, as well as a kind of little tutorial on how to work a TurboGrafx system. Now, this system is old, like really old, so you may think the system has probably standard definition cables, and well, you'd be right. But you're probably not expecting this type of standard definition cable right here. Yeah, if you're not used to seeing something like that, that is something called coaxial cable connector. It's not really fairly commonly used these days, but back in the late 80s it was pretty common. In fact, for this, it actually has a antenna TurboGrafx16 splitter. This was used basically as a sort of type of function that when the TurboGrafx system was turned on, not only acted kind of sort of as like a soft amplifier for the antenna, but it also was kind of well, it wasn't even kind of, it was a way to keep your bunny ears plugged into your TV, so every time you wanted to turn on the TurboGrafx system, you didn't have to mess with any cables. That was actually kind of a non-starter back in the day. For families that only had one TV, they didn't want to deal with the hassle of having to mess with cables every single time their kids wanted to play a game, and then the dad or the mom wanted to watch football or their cooking show or whatever. So that was a good way to kind of get around that type of I guess market pushback. That kind of level of convenience was I wasn't gonna say groundbreaking, but it allowed parents a little less hesitation to buy something for their kids. So basically, to just get this thing to work, what you have to do is get this coaxial connector cable. Find your coaxial connection on your TV. This is an Emerson from, God, I don't even know, 20 years ago, maybe a little longer. And there is, oh my gosh, there is your coaxial connector right there. And so what you're going to do is get this and plug it in, and then start screwing. Until, oops, there we go, and start screwing until you can't really get it to come out by yanking it. When I mean yank it, I mean just pulling on it. And we'll turn this TV back around for the rest of the video, because at this point we're not just going to connect this TurboGrafx system, we are eventually going to make it run and play a game. And now what I'm going to do is turn on the TV, and what we're going to see on the TV is snow. It's also set to channel 3. And that is actually kind of by design because this thing is so old that it actually does have to be set to what channel you want it to be on. And right now, this thing is actually set to channel 3. You can tell by going on the side. And there is a little, I can't exactly get it to zoom, but there is like a little kind of switch there that is next to a certain Roman numeral. 3 lines meaning 3, 4 lines meaning 4. It's set to 3, so that is good. The next thing that you want to do is find the AC power adapter port, and what I had to do for this was like this cover is actually standard for the TurboGrafx16, and for some reason the power connector is covered up by that cover. I don't know why that is. I don't know why I didn't just put the power connector like here. I don't know why they had to put it, here, but that's what they did. Now I do know why they have the connector. It's because back in the day, this was the connector for a printer, and if you wanted to print out a high score of some sort and bring it to your friends and say, hey, yeah, I'm the best around, I'm going to keep it down, and you can do that. So now what I'm going to do is actually turn this sucker on. And to do that, what you got to do is get this power switch here and turn it to the on position. And if you were expecting a light, well, guess what? It's the 80s, and they weren't really into all that kind of stuff. But you at least get a kind of piece of plastic sticker, I guess, that is orangey red. That is an indicator that the system is on the on position. And as you probably saw the moment I switched or flipped the switch, the TV also turned from snow to white. Now, if you were expecting some form of PlayStation loading screen the moment I turned this sucker on, well, guess what? That's not going to happen. If you're waiting for that, you're going to be waiting forever, because it's 1988, 89, late 80s, and stuff just wasn't going to be a thing until really the PlayStation 1 happened. Now, what you want to do to play a game, and this game I actually just recently sold on my eBay channel, shameless plug, Melchior7, please go check it out, is Blazing Lasers. Here is the case for it, and here is the little card that comes with it. Now, you do have to take this out of the little slot. It's a protector slot, but I mean, if you didn't know that, I don't really know what to tell you. Anyway, what you do is you come to the TurboGrafx system. See this slot right here? Well, you plug it in. But before you do that, you got to come here and turn the system off. Now, if you plugged it in, the game card while the system is on, well, don't freak out. You didn't really damage anything. it's just not gonna run. To run, the system has to be off while you put this in, pins facing up, and make sure it clicks or that you can feel that it was inserted into the TurboGrafx system. And now that it is, what I'm going to do, after I position my camera, just so, and this is making me crazy, I'm going to put the legs on this stand up just a little bit so that I don't have, so that we're not at a weird angle. Probably have tons of weird angles right now. All right. I think this is about as good of an angle that we're going to get. So now I'm going to turn the system on, and we get blazing lasers. And here is the little controller for it. The game wants us to push run, so we're going to run. For blazing lasers, I do believe that standard shooting is with the button with the Roman numeral 2 on it. And if you really wanted to throw a bomb or something like that, you press the button with the Roman numeral 1. And yeah, this is pretty much the game. It's a standard vertical scroller shooter. And whoever bought this, I hope that is what you were going for. Because if not, well, then sorry, buddy. But anyway, I think that is that pretty much gives the point of proof of concept that both the TurboGrafx system works as well as the game that I just sold. Again, shameless plug, my eBay channel is called Malchior7. I will do my best to leave a link in the description, and thank you for watching, and I am out of here.